Turning now to Randall County Commissioner Precinct 1 in the Republican primary, we have two candidates, Rusty Carnes and Kelly Giles, and you will each take turns answering these questions. You have 1 minute to answer each question. So first, Mr. Carnes, what training, experience, and background qualify you for this position?
Okay, first of all, thank you for letting me on this afternoon. I appreciate that. I was born in Comanche, Texas, grew up on a farm and ranch, participated in 4-H and FFA when I was young, so I learned about leadership and responsibility at a young age. Later on, I worked for Anderson Merchandisers, which previously was Western Merchandisers, based here in Amarillo, Texas, with the Harmon Group, Sam, John, Steve, Bob Snyder was the CFO, so a great crew to work with. We distributed music, books, and video to stores throughout the Southeast and the western part of the United States. And I have been county commissioner since March of 2021 when I was appointed. We've had many successes in commissioner schools since that time. We have worked with the Kaseki Cheese Factory to get them going over at Washington, make that 335, and Georgia, and then Canada Sweet Processing at Washington at 335. So it's been very successful this past year in promoting new business into Randall County.
Mr. Giles, what training, experience, and background qualify you for this position?
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I've been a self-employed rancher my entire life, and still today I'm active, and we run an operation west of Canyon. I live in Precinct 1, just to the east of Canyon, in a development called Deer Ridge. So as far as I'm also an employer, and so I have employees out at the ranch, and have had employees for several years. So have all those experiences growing up on a ranch, cash flows, budgeting, etc. I was also involved in forming a beef company back in the late 90s, and we put together about 38 million in capital and borrowed about another 65 million to get a beef company up and off the ground. And so I've got a lot of investment experience and oversight experience in large numbers.
Mr. Giles, you'll start us off with this next question as well. Among other responsibilities, counties maintain roads and bridges in the unincorporated areas of the county, provide for a justice system and public safety, and hold elections for every level of office. Do you believe any of these areas of Randall County government need particular attention?
Well, obviously, there's a lot of talk right now on the sheriff's department. Labor is very thin. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, labor is very thin. The pool is very thin. And there's all sorts of opportunities for people to move upward and onward. And so I know the sheriff's department, in my discussions with them, the sheriff's department is suffering from that as well, whether it be the jail, the youth center, or actual patrolmen out on the road. So that is of grave concern. It's a multifaceted issue. It's not something that can be fixed with one trick out of the bag. It takes planning and time to remedy all that. And there's some outside factors that are weighing heavy on that as well. So that is a major concern and needs great attention.
Same question for you, Mr. Carnes. Among other responsibilities, counties maintain roads and bridges, provide for a justice system and public safety, and hold elections. Do you believe any of those areas of Randall County government need particular attention?
You know, I'm glad you asked that question because I think they all deserve attention. I get a lot of phone calls about roads and bridges, especially roads that need paving or caliche or improvement in given time. And it's very important that we have good transportation throughout the county. So those are very important. I support our first responders, police department, fire departments to the utmost. These are so crucial to the success of the county, and having these good departments just makes it better for our entire population. So it's very important to support them. I know they're concerned right now about how much they're getting paid. That is something we have to look at this year, years going forward. We're going to do in our budget as much as possible to give them all the revenues they can. It makes sense for them to get.
You will take this next question as well as the first person to answer. Are there any issues on which Randall County should work cooperatively with Potter County and the cities of Amarillo and Canyon? If so, what would you do personally to ensure that cooperation takes place?
Yes, we have worked this past year with the AUC very close collaboration because they work with us. It's a great partnership. They come to our meetings. Commissioners Board. We talk about projects they have coming on. I'm supposed to support them. We have been able to do that. I mentioned earlier the cannabis feed processing, which has moved on around the county. That is completed. They employ up to 200 people. And that is very important for the tax base and giving good new jobs to our citizens. Just down the road, about 1 mile, the Precinct cheese factory has gone in. It's being built this time. That is a very good facility. And they will open up hiring over 200 people, possibly up to 1,000 employees. So that supports our tax base. That's very important as we grow in the county and succeed going forward into this new year.
Mr. Giles, are there any issues on which Randall County should work cooperatively with Potter County and the cities of Amarillo and Canyon? And if so, what would you do personally to ensure that cooperation takes place?
Well, that's always a good question. Everything in the world is based off of relationships. Creating relationships to make sure the relationships are there with law enforcement is being coordinated along those lines. And I know that the city of Amarillo does work well with the sheriff's department here in Randall County. One thing that I know has been a little bit of a rub in the past is that Potter County always seems to get a lot of the investment, a lot of the expansion that goes in. For some reason, Potter seems to get that. We want to have that expansion here in Randall County, as Mr. Carnes mentioned, but also we, 100% tax abatement for 10 years. That's a lot to give away to get that investment here and not to experience that tax revenue, for quite some years. So I think that probably needs some explaining.